Doink. It's Friday night, everybody.
Right
Welcome.
on.
Welcome. How we doing? Doink. Oh, I didn't close the outside chat.
Rookie.
Right. So what's everybody up to? I hope everybody's week was better than mine. It was a hell of a week. I'll get into that in a minute. I have umpteen thousand invites sent. Stevie and I said we're going to start it. And so we're going to start it. Because, you know, who wants to be late? I hate being late.
I'm always late.
Right? So, anywho. So obviously Stevie's in here with me. And I do. We have a exuberant amount of invites out. But it's Friday. It's the, so we'll see. Anywho. I haven't looked at a newspaper. I don't even know what's going on in the news. So if anybody has anything they want to ask if we caught up with, the only thing I saw or heard on the radio was the lady that hit Powerball was from Massachusetts. I got all excited. And Monday, I'm sorry, not Monday, yesterday, I texted my boss and I'm like, hey, the winner was from Massachusetts. And he goes, yeah, don't get too excited. It was out of Chicopee. I'm like, thanks. Take that wind right out of my sail.
Right. I quit.
Thanks. The one in the gazillion shot you have to hit it, and you narrowed itself down to 6 million, actually less than 6 million. There's 6 million people in the state of Massachusetts. Of that, below the age of 18, I have no idea. So
Right.
I say at least 5 million. 5 million in one shot. Those are good odds to hit the lottery anyway. And I'm like, you just took all the wind right out of my sail.
Right on.
So
yeah,
I didn't hit it. She walked away with
the lady didn't even know she had the winning ticket. Somebody tell her.
She walked away with she took a lump sum, walked away with $366 million or something like that.
Single mom.
Yeah. Just lost her husband, 53, my age, 51, 52, 53 years old, somewhere in there. And,
hey, did you get her number?
All right. Good for her. That's all I can say.
Right on.
Good to hear it.
I just hope she don't blow it. That's all.
Well, you can't. Dude, are you kidding me? 300. Even if she puts $1 million away in the bank, right? Takes what I say? It's 356. So then she takes three, and that's after taxes, by the way, folks. She won after taxes. That's what she got in one lump sum. And then she buys the biggest giant safe you can buy and puts all her cash in a safe and just puts the $1 million in a bank account somewhere.
Yep.
Dude, it's like 10 grand a month.
Yep. Live off the interest.
It's 1%, 2%, right, in a bank. It's like 10 grand a month. Anywho. All right, so congratulations to her.
Yeah, no doubt. That'd be awesome.
Public address announcement that I missed last week that I want to apologize for. Mr. Tolley became a grandfather again.
All right.
So, congrats to Mr. Tolley. I was remiss in my duties last week to pass that on. So, hopefully we can see you in here tonight, but if not, we know why. So good for you. Good for you. Good for the family. That's awesome. right, let me do a little rundown here. Not many showed up just yet, but those that showed will be called out on. So here we go. Anybody want to take a wild guess who was first? Sandy's Passions. Hello, beautiful. Great to see you. Always a pleasure. Stevie B, how the hell are you? Great to see you. County Line Logging. How we doing, my friend? Great to have you with us. Gas raised 11 cents here today. That's thanks.
Oof. I didn't see ours jump.
Yeah, I didn't either. I'm at 58 degrees right now, so yeah, it's chilly here too.
And of course, they gave you an explanation why gas jumped, right?
Of course, right?
Those dogs.
That's just how they are. Just how they are, you know.
Yep.
Well, I would ask if you guys could share the chat for me. That'd be totally awesome. So like I said, I didn't see anything in the news. I know that Stephen King ripped the president. Good for him. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
And what's his name there? Eddie Bauer from, if you guys remember, for you old folks like me and Steve, those that used to watch Cheers, Carla's husband, Eddie, he died.
Oh, no kidding.
69 years of age, yeah. He's died. Hey, HRM. HRM Weapons, welcome, my friend. Great to see you. Thanks for coming.
That was on the show. That was the gruff, real hairy guy, right?
Yeah, short.
Right on.
Yep. That was him. So you know, that sucked. Oh, I also wanted to do a hello to our favorite Uncle Kyle.
Right on.
Uncle Kyle. Hope things are well. Kelly Fox, how are you? Thanks for coming in, sweetheart. Good to see you. Oh, Stevie, I just was going to say something. I was going to talk my squash. I know what I wanted I want to give a shout out to Gerald B. Gerald B, I hope things are well. I haven't seen you for a little bit, but I wanted to say hello. I also wanted to get to you, Stephen. Saw the video on the AR.
Yay.
So that was cool.
Oh, absolutely awesome. It seemed like it, well, it did take forever, damn it.
Right.
Between the mail and those darn FFLs.
Yeah, you get into all that. That must be a... Of course, I wouldn't know because, you know, I live in a commonwealth where they don't like ARs, so...
Well, I wasn't going to mention that, but...
But yeah, you know how that goes.
Right.
But that's good. I'm glad you got it. I'm glad you love it.
Yeah, it's
I have a silly question. Can you swap over from 223 to 556, or is that not how that not how that works?
No, 223 and 556 are basically the same thing.
Pretty much the same though, right?
This is a 308.
Oh, that's right. You have the 10, huh?
Yeah.
My apologies.
I can swap this gun over to anything that shoots a basic 308 cartridge. In other words, I can shoot. I have to switch barrels, of course. I can shoot 243. I think I can shoot like a, what, 6.5 Creedmoor, and there's a whole slew of different barrels I can put on this exact same gun. So super versatile. That's
awesome.
That's one of the reasons I wanted a 308.
Mm-hmm.
So if I wanted to, I could turn this into some ultra long range sniping fun gun. So
Coyote color.
right.
Which you should be able to hit from. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that, you guys. So let me tell you how my week started. Monday, I had the mountain run, which is awesome because I like being up in the mountains. I'm about 15 minutes from my first stop. It's like 10 minutes of 7 in the morning. I'm already, 100 and something miles away from my office. I get pulled over by the Hampshire State Police. And he then informs me that my right to drive in the state of New Hampshire was revoked.
What?
I said, that can't be. I said, Anyways, make a long story short, my Monday morning started with me calling my boss, letting him know what happened. My boss calling back another driver to come back to the office, grab him. They drove up, got me. That driver jumped in the truck I was in, did all of my deliveries, and then we went back to the shop, me and my boss.
Wow.
That's how my Monday went. So then I had to pay a $212 fine.
Ouch.
And then they wrote me out a $310 fine for driving without a license. So something weird in the state of New Hampshire, whereas in Massachusetts you have to pay all fines before you can reinstate a driver's license. In the state of New Hampshire, apparently, as long as I paid the $212, I'm a legal beagle. So I paid $212 instead of 5 something, 6 something.
Right.
And so I got to worry about the other 310, 3 whatever the hell it is, in a month.
Still, ouch.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. G-Trapper, how the hell are you? Partisan Gorilla, thanks for coming in. G-Trapper, always a pleasure. North got frost already. Awesome,
Lord.
PG. Where's North, PG, by the way? Prepping to endure. Obviously, it's Friday. How are you, my friend? Yeah, so it's been a hell of a week.
Right.
What are you gonna do? You just drop back 9 and punt.
Right on.
So I made a few phone calls because Northern Michigan, okay. I made a few phone calls, and which is the weird fact is that years and years and years and years and years ago, when you lost your driver's license, like I lose my driver's license in Mass, I can still drive in the other 49 states. That's been gone for a while. Hey, all sorts. Hello. Guess what? You're not going to be churned off tonight. I'll put in a timeout or whatever the hell happened because I'll sue Google if you do. Welcome, all sorts. Thanks for coming in. Much appreciated.
I like that name.
Yeah, me too. And so I found out that I do in fact have a privilege to drive in the state of Massachusetts. Now, we're not talking, you know, they suspended my license in the state of New Hampshire, like, you know, a week ago, and Mass hasn't caught up with me. They suspended my right to drive in the state of New Hampshire in December of 2016.
Oh.
Now, I've been pulled over by DOT and everybody else for that matter in the state of New Hampshire. And I said to the state here, so you're telling me that nobody ran me? Because I'm sure they ran you. He says, but they probably didn't run New Hampshire. They probably just ran you as a, you know. I says, well, they don't have the same kind of system as you guys do, or whatever. Something's going on. So, but anywho, yeah, so that week sounded good. I hope everybody else's week was better than mine, though.
Well, mine certainly was. I don't mean to rub it in, but I had a great week.
That's awesome.
Cobra.
Did you get something in the mail?
Cool.
Yeah.
Finally decided to show up.
What's up, Mike?
What's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing.
That's good. That's good. Oh, that's cool how all sorts can put the flower at the end like that, like an emoji.
Right. And it matches.
Is that how you pronounce that? Is that how you say it? Emoji, whatever.
Emoji.
Oh, so now that there's a bunch of people in there in the chat, I think tomorrow I'm gonna see how I can do it. I don't know how to do it. I'm gonna try. I think I'm gonna have 2 channels.
Cool.
I'm gonna have the Quagmire channel, and I'm gonna have my own channel.
Huh. What's the advantage of that?
It doesn't just put all my chats on my channel.
Right.
So
one, that makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but PG, thanks, buddy. PG said it's pretty cold up there already.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you getting any cold weather?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, now you know it's actually it's pretty nice here. I mean, we're talking 70s normally. It might get in the 80s, but the coldest it's getting is at night, maybe in the 50s. So this is like because it's really nice time right now for us.
Yeah, it's 58 here now. It's chilly. I like it. It's coming. That means it's coming. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, let's see, 78 here.
My favorite time of the year. You know, autumn, fall, winter.
Right.
Mainly autumn and fall. I mean, I love the winter. Don't misunderstand me, but it's just something about autumn and fall that I like.
Right.
PG. Yeah, it's nice when it starts cooling down and stuff, but here in Wyoming, it didn't get that hot in the summer anyway.
Right.
So we have pretty mild summers, so that's pretty nice.
Oh, so all sorts is from Canada, I'm gonna guess. All sorts, break that down for us. 16 Celsius is what Fahrenheit? Julian might be done with ACL injury. Thanks, Richie. You're just a friggin' Richie. You're just a, first of all, don't answer your what do you call it? I sent you an invite. Now you're just breaking news. Yeah, I just came on my phone, Richie. I just saw it. But thanks, appreciate it.
16 Celsius is 60.8 degrees Fahrenheit. So that ain't bad.
So it's just the same, just almost the same as here.
Right.
Also, tell me you're not a Montreal fan. Tell me you're like a Bruins fan or something. All right, bro. We'll see you in here, Reggie. Because I couldn't take it if you tell me that, you know.
This could be life or death.
You can be a Leafs fan. You can be a Leafs fan. You can be an Edmonton Oilers fan. You can be who am I missing? Ottawa Senators fan. But just tell me you're not a Montreal Canadiens fan. Oh yeah, I missed the Canucks, Vancouver Canucks too. So
yeah. Speaking of that, hey Mike, before I forget, thanks for that knife. I got it the other day.
I saw that. I saw the video.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. The buddy of mine at work bought one, and I had seen it, and so that's. I mean, I already knew what I was going to give away the night I did that giveaway.
Yeah.
He keeps and he uses his like daily. Stevie, hang on a second. Let me.
Loving it.
Stevie, hang on a second. Let me click on it. He uses it daily, and oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, look at the X right there.
Yep,
that's cool. That's a cool pattern.
Yeah, that's the same one as yours, Cobra, except for the bone handle.
I like the scales.
Mine has buffalo.
Yeah.
Let me grab mine and see. Hold on.
I like the scales on that.
That's a heavy knife. When you're hanging on to it, you know you got a knife in your hand. I mean, it's pretty heavy.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
What?
I can't take you off of presenting. Oh, there we go. All right. I'm good.
Yeah, you don't want that face big too long.
Yeah, I get the peach shirt. I think it'd be Peachy Swamp Donkey. How the hell are you?
Yeah, here we go.
Brian J, good to see you. Hang on, let me go back to the room there.
Hey, quick question. Is anybody out there watching this on a smartphone? And if so, did you have to download some kind of live app or something?
Nope, I watch it on my phone all the time when my computer broke. Oh, cool, I like that.
Let's see if I can get it to focus.
There you go.
I'm kind of liking that buffalo horn.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, he so the buddy of mine at work, he absolutely loves his. He's got two. He uses one, and then he has one just strictly for skinning and gutting deer,
right?
And whatever else he shoots. Yeah.
Now the brass liners in this thing, they are kind of, the edges are sharp.
Yeah, you see that in the video. I wonder if that's is that a manufacturer mistake?
I think it's just, I don't know, maybe someone, like right there it's smooth, but a lot of edges inside there like sharp, and you feel it when you're gripping it.
Yeah, because you don't want to obviously cut yourself while you're holding a friggin' knife. That,
Yeah, but I think, I don't know, maybe someone out here in the panel knows what the best thing to do to just knock those edges down and not damage it.
Well, if the Fat Man, if my southern brother, the Fat Man, is listening,
the Fat Man,
can you pipe in? Or if George GI Customs, if you're listening, can you pipe in? We have some burrs on the inside.
It's just like the edge is just like
edge is
it's so squared. It's
lit up almost.
Yeah, sharp.
So if you guys could,
liners.
If you've ever heard of a way of doing that, or anybody out here for that matter,
it's definitely a nice knife, and that's something I'm sure that I'll be able to smooth out pretty easy.
SKS Hugo, how the hell are you? Good to see you.
Where'd my chat go?
So Yeah, so I'm glad you like it. I know he liked his and he raved about his, so I said, well, let me try, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
sorry, I took a country mile
Prepping
enough.
to endure is saying Emery board, maybe.
Maybe that might be
I
tough
mean,
enough.
probably just about anything, as long as you can kind of get it down in there, and because I don't want to mess up anything else, just right down in there.
And prepping while you're here, don't forget. I know I had said it a while. Well, was it a while ago? Or, anyways, I know I said it before. 320 silicone carbine sandpaper, partisan gorilla says.
There we go.
I want to get prepping to endure if it's all at all possible. If you have the capabilities of being on a chat, and I want to get Mr. Tolley, and hopefully Mr. Tolley will be able to have a good connection. And who else? I want to get you guys in here because I want to do a chat. I think maybe not the whole night, but at least for an hour or so on prepping from a 72-hour type thing to sky's the limit. And maybe, and I'm thinking the reasoning behind it, for people that might be new to YouTube or might listen and they don't get it still, or they don't, and when I've been on prepping in the chat room, not on a panel. I've been in them before, and there's a couple of people who I thought it was great because they stressed that you can prep for anything. You can, if you have, a storm coming in and you're in a bad area and you always lose power or what have you. Like usually happens around here in my neck of the woods, in my town anyway. It seems like this side of town always loses power with bad storms, it being rain or snow. It doesn't really matter. So, and then they went from, like I said, a 72-hour type thing and all that to, and I thought it was really cool because, especially for a guy like me that never did it, but unbeknownst to myself, watched my grandmother do it my whole entire life.
Right. Back before it had a name.
Yeah. Because I've said this before. She lived through the Depression, and promised herself she'd never have that again. She'd never stand in a food line again.
Mm-hmm.
And growing up was just her and my aunt living at the house, and she had more food down in the basement you can shake a stick at. She had canned food, she had rice, she had dry soup. Yeah. She name it, she had it. The only thing she didn't have, to be honest with you, is I don't remember seeing it. I mean, probably only maybe 10 or 12, but she had 10 or 12 gallons of water. That's about it. Other than that, she had more food than you can shake a stick at. She had extra blankets. She had everything candles. She had it all. Just because she didn't want to live like that ever again. And so, unbeknownst to me, that's what she was doing.
And that's a great point, Mike. Some people just think that prepping, that's some crazy stuff for like zombies that'll never come. Right. No, actually, it's like it's a great idea to at least start out with 72 hours because storms and stuff happen. You can be without power, and you don't have to worry about trying to get to some type of store type of thing,
right?
And then just go from there and prep it out.
Perfect example is Texas right now, right?
Yeah, hurricane's coming in.
Hurricane's going to come in. It's going to dump a bazillion gallons of inches of water, right? So people in certain spots of Texas could go without power for a week or two.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Are they prepared to stay there? You know, are they? What are they going to? You know what I mean? If they are, can they?
Yeah, for
You know,
exactly, for
and it's
storms like that, you got to be either prepared to stay there or prepared to leave.
Right.
You know, so either way, you need to be prepared with a plan of action.
I've went through it in New Orleans when that hurricane was close. They wouldn't let you leave. Once they set that deadline, if you weren't gone, they shut down the roads. They didn't want you stuck on a bridge somewhere blocking traffic or emergency vehicles. So they would just shut it down.
That's something I didn't know about.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess all sorts says that she cans and dehydrates. That's cool.
PG talking about economic collapse. Yep.
Yeah, anything. Right on, PG.
Yep.
You're right. The people from the Depression knew after the fact, not, you know. But I think it's, no matter what it is, it could be economical. It could be, name it, whatever it could be, at least. Like there's some people at work that think I'm out my mind because, all right, so in my wife's car, okay, so I don't, you know, she doesn't have like a change of clothes for her and the kids, okay, but come winter, she's got 2 or 3 blankets in her vehicle. She always has snacks with her.
Yeah.
And that's just if she breaks down and she doesn't, so she's not, you know, tow truck says you're going to be in there 2 hours. Okay, well, that's 2 hours in the cold in the dead of winter. Okay. Myself, I take a pair of clothes. You know, because when I'm driving up north or whatever, you know, and it's already happened to me. So I take an extra set of clothing. And people look at me like I got 3 heads, and I don't care how they look at me. I learned my lesson, and I said, oh, this will never happen to me again. No problem prepping. It's not like I'm, you know, have to do. I just, because I know you know a lot about it, and not that other people don't. I'm just saying it, you know. Hello, Shalisa. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in as always. Brian J, did I see you? If not, I apologize. But hello, good to see you. But I think it's kind of important. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I do something similar in all of our vehicles. I have actually have some MREs in there. I actually have some water in there, and I was surprised at how well the water stayed good during the winter, because once we moved up to Wyoming, probably don't get as cold as where you're at, but I thought that would freeze up, so I was always checking it. But where I have it inside the vehicle, it's done fine. And
I'm sure you get colder weather than me.
I don't know. Well, I mean, we have gotten into the negatives, but it's usually the wind chill that makes it so bad. So inside a vehicle, it's not near as bad, you know. So, you know, we have that type of stuff, you know, like first aid kit, some blankets, things like that, the basics in there.
Yep.
And yeah, it's a good idea, definitely, because you get trapped somewhere out in your vehicle, you might need that stuff, especially you got kids and stuff. They're not going to last as long without you know, some food, some water, definitely being warm.
So. Hey, Doom Chaser, how are you?
Now here's $1 million invention for you.
What's up?
A cooler type device, like a 6-packer or a 12-packer, that you can hook up to your electric system. So when you run your car, it actually kicks just a mild heat on, so you could keep water in it in the winter without it freezing hard.
Jay Watterson 69, welcome back, my friend. Great to see you. Yeah, it's something, Stevie. I know what I thought was pretty cool, right? watching, and I never even thought about it. And I'm like, duh, it's the simplest, not thing, right? I'm watching Alaska State Troopers, and they are out in the middle of frickin' nowhere, right? And they're on snowmobiles.
Right.
Mhm.
And he goes, time for lunch.
Huh.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Where are you going to go for lunch there? Really? He pulls over, takes his lunch out of his bag, opens up the hood of the sled, and puts his lunch on the friggin' manifold.
Yeah. Nice.
And I'm like, wow. Great idea.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I just never, it never,
Yeah. So I've seen some videos where people will do that just, I don't know, just to test it or for fun, make
Yep.
full packs of food and put it on their engine block as they're traveling, then pull over somewhere at a rest stop and dig in. As long as you got the timing down, yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
If you don't, you're going to have an issue.
Yeah, you might have an issue. But utilize that heat. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I just think it's cool. I think that, and there's a lot, because like I said, I watch a lot of these, even a lot of channels and these chats that, and they, like I said, they go through it, and
Yeah.
One guy, he won't go as far as like, the zombie apocalypse and all that, or even as far as he mentioned I guess there was a TV show. I guess I never saw it, but I guess there was a TV show with, what was it called? What the hell did he say? I forget the name of the show. Anywho, they had one guy that was in a container underground. One guy and his family built a castle or something.
Yeah.
I don't need to go that far.
I saw some of that. It was kind of a little.
What was it
I was
called?
wondering, like, how much. Yeah, I can't remember, but I know what you're talking about. They were building this castle from scratch. It's like a, end of day type of prep place where they were going to go. And I was like, dang, I wonder. It'd be really cool if they were doing that legit for themselves. But it makes, when you see stuff on TV, you're kind of like, are they doing this just for TV? That's fake. You know what I mean?
That's what it was. Jay Watson, always on the ball.
Doomsday preppers.
Doomsday preppers. Good job. Yeah. Good job, Jay Watt.
And it got retracted.
Who the hell retracted it?
He did. Or they did, or she did.
That's what it was. It was like. But it kind of, I like shows like that too, because they get you thinking,
Prepping to endorse this, steam pipe cooking is popular on some job sites.
Steam pipe. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I can see that. Them suckers are hot.
Mm-hmm.
That would be something, huh?
Yeah.
I've actually never seen that done. It would be cool. Just to seeing it, because shit like that interests the shit right out of me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Different ways to cook food is always interesting.
Yeah.
Because
you never know when you're going
to survive, and it's like,
right.
What could I use, if I didn't have this modern convenience here?
Three Stooges did it on their rivet forge in the movie.
Stooges. Wait, you said the movie? So like the remake one?
I mean the show, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Knife Techs. Welcome, by the way. As always, great to see you. Great to see you. And please be safe, sir.
Yeah.
Please.
Definitely.
Stay safe.
Get the boats ready.
Doom Chaser 1 says, in California, we just stick the stuff on the dash on hot days.
Yeah, no joke, right?
Right on. California gets freaking hot, don't it?
Yeah. I've had lighters blow up on my dashboard before in the sun.
Yeah. See, we try that in West Texas, but I mean, your food just gets covered in dirt stuff. You know, it's just like
Grit.
it's too gritty. You can't wrap it up good enough.
Grit oil.
It's amazing how much. I mean, we were constantly dusting our house. You know, you think a house would be fairly sealed up, or a car? No, that West Texas dust gets in everything.
Well, here's another one I never knew. Never even thought about it. Prepping to Endure says a box made of thick insulation and a 500-watt quartz light. Quartz.
Is that a halogen light?
Quartz. Hang on. Quartz light heats a can of soup nicely.
Yeah, it's got to be able to power the light.
That's really cool. See, it's stuff like that, prepping, that I don't know, that I wouldn't know to do that. You know what I mean? Well, and I think it's very interesting. I think that people,
4-day-old dashboard nachos.
Yeah, baby.
The best. I've been eating on these all week.
Fills you up and cleans you out all in one.
Oh, yeah. That's the gift that keeps on giving right there. Dashboard. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, he says halogen light, same kind of thing, sort of.
Oh,
because I burnt myself on them halogen
golly
shop lights.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, those things get hot.
You know, let me. I'm gonna be. You guys are all gonna probably laugh at me, but that's okay. I'll throw myself out.
Good.
I'll put myself out there on this one.
Yeah.
Okay. So you know, you see these survivor shows and you see all the videos of people doing it and stuff. When people smoke fish or meat or anything like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like what show does it? Life Below Zero. They hang their fish in like these little hangers, and that other people make smoke houses, and they'll smoke, you know, whatever, moose, whatever. Here comes the silly question: when you're done smoking it, isn't that like eating a piece of cardboard?
Not at all.
Okay,
you can make it that way if you overdo it, but that's the thing.
Stevie,
that's why.
How do you? Because I'm gonna be honest with you. When I eat meat, right, I want it to be like, you know, I'm cutting into a steak, or I'm eating a hamburger, or you know what I'm saying?
A lobster.
Once you smoke it, is that not? It doesn't come out like that anymore, right?
No, you can way overdo anything. It ends up like dry and nasty sawdust, but you keep your eyeball on it and you keep your temperature low. And when it gets to the point where it's smoked enough to preserve it, it's still juicy in there. I mean, it's not like a bloody steak.
Well, yeah.
Then it would. But the whole point of smoking meat started out is to preserve it and to keep the flies and stuff off it.
Yeah, okay.
But all these people that all right, so they'll catch because they have dog teams,
right?
And they'll catch huge amounts of fish, right? And one thing I don't understand is they don't keep the eggs for the dogs, which has more protein in it than you could probably shake a stick at, but that's okay. A
lot of them keep the eggs because they can sell them, and they're also good yummy for us to eat too.
All right, so they got the fish, they slice the neck a certain way, right? And then they hang them. When they give it to the dog, the thing is, like, you could break a window with it.
Well, a lot of times that's by the time the dog gets it, it's been frozen.
First of all, doesn't that stink?
It smells like smoking fish.
Yeah, but sometimes they don't even smoke it, Steve. They just hang it.
Right. To dry it.
Yeah.
No, it don't. It's a fish smell, but it doesn't rot. It dries. There's a big difference.
I don't know. And then, you know, of course, they make soups out of it, you know, and they cook it in this big ass kettle and they feed it to the dogs, you know. But Brian J says he likes the Mountain House meals. Good luck with that. I won't eat another one. I wouldn't eat one of those unless I burned, you know, 2,000 calories.
Did you have a bad experience?
No, my son did.
Oh.
We went up camping, and my wife says, "Oh, you should try one of these." I'm like, "Okay." And we didn't do anything other than, I mean, we hiked a little bit, but you know, we didn't do massive amounts of burning of the calories. Anywho, he said, "Oh, Dad, I'm going to try one of those." I'm like, "All right." It was like beef stroganoff or whatever. I did everything right to the T.
Yeah.
You know, I boiled my water, put it in the bag for the exact amount of time they told me to, stirred it when they told me to, closed it back up, did everything I was supposed to do. And I'm like, "How's it taste?" He says, "Actually, Dad, it's really good." He goes, "A little salty, Dad, for me." But they're really good. I'm like, "Okay." You know, half hour later, he's throwing it all up.
Oh no.
I'm like, "You all right, buddy?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm good now, Dad. It's out of my system." I read the package. 200%, 250% sodium. I didn't know that those type of meals were for if you, for like hikers, or you know, if you're a cyclist and you're cycling and you're burning. In other words, if you're an office worker and you don't burn a calorie a day,
don't eat it for lunch.
Don't eat it for lunch. Even if you're a construction guy, don't eat it for lunch. We're talking, you need to burn off a ton of calories, and then you take this thing in, because
and there are different types of those. Like there's some that are just like for home preps, and there's some for like actual hiking and stuff. Camping. You got to burn them calories.
I would think this day and age you should be starting to lower sodium in those. I know it's a major preservative and flavor enhancer, but you know the way people are now, salt conscious and calorie conscious, and I would think they would be starting to keep up with the times.
And the freeze drying technology is so much better than it used to be.
Yeah,
they don't need to put all that salt in there.
I gotta learn how to do that too. I need one of those.
Yeah,
I would love to be able to dehydrate shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
we do canning, but it'd be nice to have a legit system for freeze drying.
My brother cans. He does sauce and stuff like that. You know. And,
we do a lot of that. Sauce, salsa, pickles. That's kind of our main things.
He did me some hot peppers. You know, like you get
peppers.
You go to the sub shop and you get like the hot. You know what I mean?
Yep.
He put it in a jar for him, preserve jar for me. And I was like, oh, I'm waiting for her to do it again. HRM says 4,000 calories, barely enough these days.
Jeez.
Freeze dryers. Is it? Freeze dryers expensive?
Yeah, it's kind of pricey. The ones I don't know if you've seen the commercials. I think it's Harvest Right or Harvest something or other.
Okay.
Freeze dry thing that's on being advertised heavily now, and it's pretty dang expensive.
Oh, that's too bad. Maybe I won't get that machine then.
If you knew how to build one yourself, it might be different, but I don't. So
no, I don't either.
Did they do that in a vacuum freeze dry?
I think so. Yeah, because there's a pump involved in it, and it's got to be in a vacuum, I think.
Yeah, because you put it in a almost like in a saver bag, like a, what do you call it? If you guys have watched Working Class Wisdom video, you see that
Food
saver he's got.
Yeah, we use those, and those are good for just regular, freezing stuff.
Right. But I'm just saying it's sealed like that when you do the other thing, right? How long does canned food last? Canned food? Shit, I've eaten canned vegetables that was in my cupboard for shit 8-9 months easy.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know how long exactly it lasts. Yeah, we have stuff that we've eaten like a year later, and it was good still.
Yep.
I mean, the main thing is if it was canned right, it got all the air is out of it. So the oxygen and the air and stuff that would normally break your foods down is out. So it's a vacuum in there.
Cryovac, Swamp Donkey says.
Cryovac.
Here's what you can't do, though, Brian J. You can't freeze something, have that thaw, and freeze it again.
Yeah.
Which gets me to thinking, like when you're hunting in like Alaska, Montana, anywhere that gets severe cold weather, that animal's gonna freeze, and then you're gonna thaw it out, and then when you get home, you're gonna freeze it again. It doesn't make sense to me.
It sounds to me like canned food is the best way to go, as long as you can handle the weight and a place to store it.
Yeah, I mean, you can do.
I mean, HRM says canned salmon bought now lasts till 2020. That's pretty decent.
Nice.
Yep.
Ooh. Okay. So a small Harvest Right freeze dryer machine cost $1,895.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, that's. Like, I'm trying to see.
If you think about it, that's an investment. I think for $185 that you could probably.
The dimensions are, let's see, 25 inches tall, 16.5 inches wide, and 18.5 deep. So it sits on a countertop, is what it says.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, here, okay. 3 stainless steel trays fit in there, and the trays are 7 3/4 inches wide, 14 inches long, and the trays are 3/4 inch high. So, I mean, was that about a sheet of paper, normal paper, approximately? So
yeah.
3 of those, right? So yeah, I think they've come down in price since I've seen them last, but preserved foods for up to 25 years.
Yeah.
And that Harvest Right is supposedly a really good one. When I was looking at them like a year or two ago,
I watched. I don't know if anybody is sub to him here, but Massachusetts Prepper. I watched him do beef jerky.
Oh,
deer jerky.
Jerky.
Oh wow, was that cool watching that be done? You know.
Yeah. Now I love me some good jerky. Definitely.
Yeah, that was really cool watching that. And believe it or not, yes, I do eat jerky, and oh my goodness. I feel guilty though every time I eat jerky. I think of Uncle Cow, and I'm like, I got to send him something.
Yeah. How is Uncle Cow doing these days?
I saw that he was doing pretty well. We were chatting with him last week. Partisan Gorilla says, but when you freeze it, dry it takes time. So too small and taken in your harvest is a logistics issue of too small. Okay.
Yeah, if you're like growing, I think he's getting to, if you're growing a big
Yep.
garden out back, it's going to take you a while.
Right. It's going to take you. Yeah, you're not going to do that shit in a day.
Yeah, you need a big machine or some other method.
Depends on what you're doing too.
Yeah. Of course, you could always. I mean, $2,000 is kind of still expensive for most people. It's expensive for me. If that machine was like $500, maybe I might think about it.
I'm sorry. Prepping, I do not. Is everything all right with them? Another one. Prepping was asked if anyone here or know how the main prepper is doing. I used to watch his videos all the time. Just because he's, close to me, And again, I was interested in all that shit, obviously. But he's a cool dude.
Yeah.
HRM says store-bought jerky is gross. It's not homemade, but obviously, but
there's a huge difference.
Oh yeah.
I used to not. I put Jack's Links down on that comment, but I used to not even be able to eat Jack's Links. Now I'll eat Jack's Links. They have some that's peppered. I like it a little better because normally their stuff is a little too sweet for me.
Yeah, I don't like the yeah.
So I'll do the pepper. It still has a little bit more sweet than I like, but if I'm gonna grab a pack, if I'm out somewhere and just need some, then that's what I go with if I can. But oh yeah, homemade stuff's so much better. Definitely.
PG says he wants a big one. Taking herbs and meats and even eggs. You can keep that thing cranking and you never have to go to the grocery store again. Amen. County Line Logan says canned in a mason jar lasts 15 years, Mike.
Awesome. Dang, that's good.
You just gotta.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I was just wondering. I know that regular canned food, not something that you can.
Right.
Regular canned food that you buy in the grocery store, shit, I've eaten a year and a half later. As long as you look at the top of the can, there's no issues. Bottom of the can, there's no issues.
Yeah.
I just had a old can of pineapple explode in the back of my pantry last week.
Yeah. G-Trap is asking, how do you guys make your jerky? Oven, dehydrator, smoker?
Yeah, we have a dehydrator.
I love those. So the little stack one.
Yeah, you just stack them.
Those things work great.
Yeah.
Do yourself a favor and dehydrate some watermelon one time.
Oh, really?
Oh, my God. It's like watermelon taffy jerky. It is so good.
Really?
Oh, my God.
Try that. My boy loves watermelon, so we'll have to try that.
I do, too, except it don't like me.
You cut it about a ½ inch thick.
Uh-huh.
And then lay it in there and just let it go till it gets, rubbery. Huh. Oh, my God. It's like watermelon on steroids.
Nice.
But I get into pineapple now that I can't eat all that too much watermelon.
Yeah.
Pineapple's just, oh, my God.
Yeah.
Also, it says she has an Excalibur in many videos using it. Really? Well, thank you. You guys go check out also. Check her out anyways. I haven't said this in a while. If you're new to the chat, look up the people that are in this chat and that they're commenting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not throwing anybody out there, but I'm just letting you know that All Sorts is new to the chat. Shell is new to the chat. So you guys that have been here forever and a week, go check the channels out. Hey, if you like them, you can sub them. If you don't like them, or that's just not your, thing to do. That's not your thing to do.
Yeah, if you don't like to laugh, don't go look at Shalisa's channel.
Okay.
All right. G-Chops on the temperature hydrator does not get hot enough to kill bacteria. You should put it in an oven for a bit.
Maybe you could do that at the tail end.
Huh.
You see what Shalisa wrote?
I did not.
I am the only person on earth that does not like watermelon.
Wow.
Well, I responded to that. I don't really care for it. That I'll eat it. I don't care for it too much myself, but my kids freaking love it.
Right.
I used to eat it a lot when I was younger. I do know that, but nowadays it's kind of like, eh.
Good night, Sandy. Thanks for coming as always. Who's that?
No, I do like chopping watermelon with my sword.
Stand back, kids.
Destroyed the cutting board last time. Yeah, what was that? I was using that Sparta sword.
Using a Sparta sword.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't go as planned.
Probably not.
Watermelon got cut. So did the cutting board. Broke in half.
Who's the guy that used to smash it? Gallagher.
Gallagher. Yeah. That was some good clean fun in a dirty way, I guess you'd say.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
There it goes.
Phil Bellacchino. What's up, buddy? Zach Hawkins, welcome. Thank you for coming, as usual. Thank you for coming.
He's working tomorrow. Dang.
Well, you know, I meant Monday, but going across it here trying to read the. See, I'm too far away. That's my problem. Even with my glasses on, I can't see the friggin'.
Yeah.
I guess I'm getting old. Darian, how are you, buddy? Good to see you, buddy. You heard about Matt falling? Matt didn't fall, buddy. Matt almost had a. Oh, that was the other thing I meant to tell you, Stevie, when I was talking about my bad week. I'm loading a truck the other day. And a co-worker, I turn around, I come walking out of a truck in the aisles that we pull the stock from, right there, you know. He's a co-worker of mine, probably, you know, 3 years older than me or so, a couple years older than me, holding his hat, and down he goes.
Oh, no.
Oh, shit.
So I yelled to the boss, who was probably 20 feet away from me, I go, hey, Matt's down, man down, man down. And he come running over, and he went to help him, and I ran to the office. We called 911, and it was a what do they call it? Anxiety.
Oh.
I get anxiety attacks.
Yeah.
However, I don't treat mine. I don't really get them as much as I used to. So no need to take those pills, because once you take those pills, then I need Viagra and everything, because those things just fucking make me stupid. But what's funny is that when I get them, my hands will start shaking. I'll want to puke, but I won't, unless there's something in there. Like Monday, I had a little bit of one, you know, when I got in trouble. Sometimes I even got tears in my eyes. All depends. It's weird. But never a problem with my heart. Not one time.
Phil says panic attack. Is that what it was? Panic attack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Syrian says, I don't know if this is true or not, but my 10 gauge may or may have not fractured my friend's shoulder.
Ooh.
Dang.
We're still waiting for x-ray tests. I'm guessing your friend left it about a quarter of an inch to a half an inch off his friggin'
Or his friend never drank his milk growing up.
Left it a, you know, a half inch off his fucking shoulder when he let that thing rip.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Either way, that sounds painful.
Yeah, that usually starts out with ha ha ha, bang. Oh,
ow.
That's cool. Brian J and Doom Chaser are pretty close to each other. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I know they're going to be besties.
And that's fine. I think besties are fun. Especially on here where you don't expect to meet people.
Yeah, until they steal all your underwear out of your drawer, Steve.
Right.
Saving those, buddy.
I wish people that I've met on here and the friends of mine on here, I wish we lived closer. You know?
Okay, I gotta ask something.
Uh-oh.
With so many flipping people, it seems like all of a sudden, suffering from panic attacks, anxiety, all kinds of whack shit like that. What the hell is they spraying on us?
I don't think they're spraying. I think it's in the water. You know, they treat all of our water, right?
Oh, yeah, with the fluoride and God knows what.
Yeah, who knows what, you know.
Well, because they got to clean it.
Yeah, they got to clean it, but, you know.
Because they can't give it to us if it's not.
Exactly. But that's
it's kind of funny. I can't tell you how high of a percentage of people I know that suffer from anxiety and panic attacks.
Yeah. Some of it may be actually that stuff is diagnosed better nowadays, or maybe diagnoses are coming easier, I guess you'd say. Whereas in the past, people were just ignoring things that were going on.
Right.
Some could be big pharma wants to get you on some type of med, you know.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe back in the day, well, just nervous.
Yeah, I'm sure, because if they didn't know what was going on, it'd be like, oh, it's just, you know, you just need to take a chill pill.
Yeah.
You know,
or a couple more beers.
Yeah, you just need to take that's a chill pill. That's a chill pill from the old days as a beer.
Guys, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Shalisa says too much noise in our lives. I can believe that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can see people getting panic attacks with all this stupid ass news on all the time.
Yeah, that's.
I've been shutting that stuff off lately as much as possible.
I don't watch it at all.
Good grief.
I let YouTube sort it out, and I get my important news from YouTube.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, yeah. You definitely don't want to get your news from Facebook.
Oh, hell no.
Half of it be like fake news.
Well, it's not only the fake news, they over dramatize everything.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
let's not worry about the important stuff. Let's find a story that we want, and then, like you said, over dramatize it.
Yeah, because they don't have stuff to fill their agenda for the day.
Yep. Too many news stations. Like back in the older days, you didn't have all this stuff going on. We didn't have we got like 300 channels, something crazy now.
Yeah. Back in my day, we had 2, 4, 7, and 50.
Yeah, yeah, and that was on a good night, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Go put the foil on the antenna.
Right.
Reception's
you
bad.
Channel with the pliers while you're up there.
Yeah. I remember being the remote, getting up and changing the channel for Dad, you know. But shoot, just too much stuff that gets broadcast that shouldn't even be broadcast. They'll take a local issue and make it seem like it's nationwide.
Right.
That should just stay local, and you make it nationwide, the next thing you know, you have copycats everywhere. You know. But I tell you one place you don't want to get your news from, and that's the eBomy channel. And go over there.
Just saying.
Just saying.
Uh-oh. I made Shalisa go smoke. Sorry, Shalisa.
Uh-oh. Daggum.
I'm sitting here in my comfortable living room.
So what's September 23rd event?
I don't know yet. I was just going to ask him.
Sorry about that, guy. I need a refill.
Probably something huge and nasty.
And a snack, because I can't smoke in the house. So.
Yeah, and everybody's pulling down statues and I mean,
it's
just crazy nowadays, and it don't even matter what type of statue it is. Statues, if a statue's up, it needs to come down. Apparently.
Yep.
My sister, my wife put the news on the other day. I'm like, shut off until it's something good.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're just saying. Shut it down. I'm gonna go watch. I've been watching the Wheel of Fortune lately instead of tuning into the news. Seriously.
Good old fashioned.
Yeah, I just turn it back. It's like, man, I'm just gonna enjoy this. Solve some puzzles here.
Philly, what was the YouTube? What was YouTube's news? You can't come in and say there's news in Philly and not tell us now.
YouTube had some news. Probably shutting all the.
Well, I know editor's supposed to get shut down.
Oh, really?
Why?
Not a clue. But anybody who uses YouTube editor, before it happens, you have a chance to download all your videos and materials and endings and beginnings to your computer so you can use it on other editors.
Nice.
Note to y'all.
Not what I use. I use Movie Maker.
Yeah. I started out using the YouTube editor, but transitioned out of it. It's a good tool for getting people started,
Right.
It may cost them too much money to maintain that system.
Well, you think they got to store all them little tidbits of videos and shit. Holy
exactly.
smoke. What a server.
Yeah, it's going to suck up some bandwidth and everything. Clogging up the grid, man.
Right. So where's all the alien marches this weekend? Are we all set with that?
Oh, marches? I don't know.
Protest marches, whatever the hell you want to call
them. I'm done with them.
Yeah.
Because they're stupid.
Pretty much.
Oh, Phil says it's a mystery. Some event, like get ready for something big.
It's going to be a big event. Like they're going to shut down all of our channels.
I'll be pissed. That's right. Facebook has Facebook Live and
speaking of news, and since we have a couple Canadians on here, I have to shout out a congratulations to the Canadian Armed Forces.
Okay.
Set a new long distance sniper record.
Oh, okay.
Really?
They beat the old record by 1,000 yards.
No way.
Yep.
Really?
One of their top commando guys launched a 50 caliber BMG 3,540 meters and hit the target.
English.
Kill.
English.
2.2 miles.
Thank you.
Or 38 football fields.
2.2 miles. Wait, wasn't the previous one 2.1?
Something like that.
Wasn't that Chris Kyle?
Chris Kyle.
No, wait a minute. Here we go.
No, Chris Kyle was a mile and a quarter, and he did that with a 308, didn't he?
Mile and a quarter, okay.
Did you do that with 308 to begin with also?
I think so. Let's see.
I could be wrong.
The last American to do it was with a 50 cal at 2,300 yards.
Yes, Philly. Peter is very pissed off that you left, especially the way you left, and pissed off the reason behind why you left.
And that record's been broken 4 times.
Doom Chaser says the hurricane is being used to deport the illegal Mexicans. Do we hide the Mexicans from the Nazi Trumpsters? Like some hid the Jews. Doom Chaser, I like your thought process, your sarcasm, if you will. I'm with you. It's terrible. I've said this from day one. I asked my dad a long time ago because he read something in the Globe, the Boston Globe, media outlet, right? Boston Globe. Oh, I'm sorry. That's right, too. It's owned by the Boston Red Sox. All of a sudden. Anyway. I asked my dad, we were talking about my grandmother and my great-grandmother. I had my great-grandmother until I was about, 17 years old. I think she died. Italians, and they came over here legally. I don't care if 8 million people want to come into this country. I don't. Michelle, how are you, sweetheart? Good to see you. I don't care if 8 million people want to come in this country. You know what? All 8 million better be fucking legal. That's all I can say. You better be. Be legal, get the fuck out. Or become legal. You know? I don't get it. I don't. And I'm one of those people that believes in if you commit a felony, let's say you're on a visa. If you commit a felony, you're automatically deported.
Yep.
Automatic. Yeah. No questions asked.
Should be.
Zero questions asked. You commit a felony, you're gone.
Or, I don't know, which thoughts on this? You commit a felony, you do the time here, then you're deported.
Yeah, that's fine too.
You know.
Well, no.
Granted, we're going to have to
deport them because we're going to pick up the tab for that person and then feed that person.
So there's a trade-off, but they may not necessarily get the punishment. You deport them, who knows what the other government's going to do? They may just release them. You know.
Right. That'd be nice to see a deal struck with Mexico that they go from here right into a Mexican prison.
The problem with Mexico, in my opinion, is that obviously it's too corrupt.
Yeah, it can be bought.
You're right. Also, the taxpayer has to pay if you do that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just there's something that has to be done. I don't know.
But they shouldn't be allowed back in, like, you know, 3 or 4 or 5 times.
Yeah. No, it shouldn't be. You're right.
All right. It took me a while to find it. I'm reading here that Chris Kyle's shot was, I just had it. I think it said 2,100 yards, which is 1.92 miles away.
I said mile and a half.
Yeah, with the McMillan 338 sniper rifle.
Oh, 338.
Yeah, and he calls it, in his book, he called it a straight-up luck shot. And he took out an enemy sniper that was picking off the troops.
Right.
So
it's a 338, not 308. I apologize.
Yeah. That's, shoot.
A little bit of a difference.
Yeah, now the modern stats, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 down the list.
Damn.
That's a long way for a bullet to travel accurately.
Well, this last sniper shot was so long that the spotter had to calculate the speed of the rotation of the Earth in his calculations.
Right.
They also said in this article that the bullet went subsonic for so long that the rifle sound actually caught up to it, and the guy actually heard the rifle just as the bullet hit him. So the old time warp went on.
Wow. Michelle's only here to stalk Phil. That's all right. Hang on there, Doom Chaser. I didn't see what you had. Doom Chaser says in Germany you just needed to be a Jew to be deported. Here you have to come across border to work to be hunted. Big difference. Yeah. Well, that we're not killing you. So
yeah, there's that. You're not being loaded up into a train and taken to the gas chambers.
Doom Chaser says, I understand that you think all illegals are criminals, but seems like a lot of mothers and fathers are also illegal. I work with more than one. However, oh, whoa, back up a step. Doom Chest, I'm going to speak for myself only because I don't really speak for others. I do my best not to anyway. I don't think all illegal immigrants are criminals. No, I do not. I don't care if they come from Canada. I don't care where they come from. I do not think they're all criminals. What I'm saying is that if they become criminal, and they become a criminal as in with a felony, then you have to leave.
But he also answered his own question and made a statement all in the same sentence by saying all illegals, which is a crime, are criminals. So yes, technically they are.
He says he understands that we think that they all are.
They are. If they are here illegally, they are a criminal.
Yeah.
That might not be a felony, but they are a criminal. Right. Illegal.
Yeah, you broke the law to get here. Instead of getting a visa or a green card, whatever you want, whatever it is to.
Hang on a second. We do take them to places almost as bad. Some die in the heat. Doom Chairs, I'm with you. They die trying to get here. Michelle, give me 1 second, sweetheart. I promise it'll happen. You're right, and I know, like when people were fleeing from Cuba, they'd be on these little freaking rafts, and they'd be in a storm, and they die, and they have children with them.
Now, there's a difference in refugees. There's a difference in refugees escaping, like Cuba. They were coming across to escape atrocities.
Not really, because
atrocities versus just coming over here.
Hang on, Mexico, in my opinion, just my opinion.
Yeah.
Where Mexico's so corrupt, it's the same thing. It might as well be.
Wait, you saying Mexico's corrupt?
Just
people don't want to be there?
Just a tad. Michelle, just playing, better known as Shell to me. For those who are listening and not in the thing, writes, Michelle just wrote, hang on, let me get back to it, Michelle, because now I lost it again. Damn it. How about we talk about how Korea, when you guys look this up real quick, because somebody with fast fingers, how Korea
that's Steve
fighting a missile only to have it fall in Japan waters. A second one went over 150 miles before falling. Apparently, their missiles suck. Thankfully, I did not hear about this, Michelle. Stevie, you got quick fingers. You want to Google all that?
Recently, I know that happened a few months ago or a couple months ago.
Yeah, I get it, Phil. They're here illegal such come. I get that. I meant committing the crimes here as a thing.
Other than just being illegally here.
Yeah, I don't listen. And I wasn't being a wise ass there, Cobra. I don't separate a refugee from somebody from like Mexico who is living on a corrupt environment, because they're starving too.
Yeah, and there's and that just needs to be played out as far as like in the legal system, as far as the semantics of the justification for why someone crosses over type of thing. And if they are truly like fleeing some type of just heinous thing that they're all being killed, things like that, life-threatening events, then there is a process where you can seek sanction here in America. Right. And they may not know this process either,
Which most of them don't.
And then you have like the people that just take advantage of it, of crossing over.
And you also have those, they call them coyotes, right? That are bringing them here illegally, whether it be girls to sell them, whether it be whatever.
Yeah, the sex trafficking,
human trafficking. You use them as
human trafficking.
So are they here illegally? Yes. Are they criminals? No.
Leaving them in like the back of trucks to die.
They're not criminals. No, I'm sorry, they're not. Okay.
There's some innocent children that get caught up in this.
Absolutely.
That's what's heart-wrenching right there. So you got to figure out a way to, I don't know how you educate.
It's not up to us to define the Grateful Dead.
Hold on, I gotta hit a mute
This living,
somewhere.
breathing thing.
Hi, Dish.
Good grief.
Oh, I sweet. Good to see you.
Couldn't find mute. I X'd it. That news story said Korea did launch 3 missiles. One blew up when it took off. The other 2 failed miserably.
And when was this?
Saturday.
Okay. And what did Trump say?
Doesn't matter. Nobody believes Trump anyhow.
Good point.
Like
I
I
said
said, go
last
back
week.
500 Twitter feeds.
But like I said last Friday, right? I said to the little Korean guy, I made a plea to the little Korean guy, right? Don't piss this guy off because his first name isn't Hillary. Okay?
Right.
His first name is Donald. You point one, and I'm telling you, he's gonna friggin'. I'm telling you. For Christ's sake, we drop bombs on what do you call it, just for being, you know. He pissed a lot of people off doing that. You think that if North Korea fires missiles at the U.S. or a U.S. territory, that he's not going to have something to do about it?
Well, the scary thing with Korea is, all right, so just forget the fact that we're technically still at war with North Korea because we never ended the war. We have an armistice, a ceasefire.
Right.
So there's been a buildup along North and South Korea. We have all of our troops stationed in South Korea, of course, in Japan, Guam, which he's, Kim Jong-un has freaking straight up threatened. He straight up threatened the U.S. So it's a scary situation. And here's the problem. Like, if something happens, there's definitely going to be casualties on the American side, on our allies' side to begin with, no matter what. Even if we were to do a preemptive strike, there's so much artillery built up on the border. How do you take it all out at once? You know what I mean? It's a scary situation that I think, getting, China isn't the greatest as far as like politically how they've treated their own people in the past, but I think they're better than North Korea for sure. North Korea, their people are starved to death. If they try to get a TV to see what's going on in the outside world, they're taken to prison, like some type of, like they're criminals for, seeing what's going on in the outside world, and a lot of times put to death. So it's a crazy situation there. And China needs to take a little more active role in that situation, being on the northern border. And of course, Russia, they deployed troops because there's actually their border. Actually, they have a section of border that is right there on North Korea. So they were afraid a bunch of refugees. We're talking about refugees. They were afraid of a bunch of North Korean refugees were going to cross over into, Russia, Russian soil, basically. And they did. Of course, the Russians, they'll just mow them down. Yeah, they're not like us. Our politics, left or right, people come over. We don't just like mow them down and kill them. Right. We may put you through a judicial system or something like that, but there's a big difference in us and a lot of other countries.
Shell, who said that you weren't smart? I certainly never said you weren't smart.
Yeah, we've deployed a lot of stuff over there. A lot of assets.
I know you're close to the situation. With your daughter being over there, as anybody would and should be. Just like when he was gonna, say he was gonna bomb Guam. My brother lived on Guam for 17 years.
Yeah.
His wife grew up there. They raised children there and then came back this way. So they have family, friends, and everything over on that island.
Right.
So.
Exactly. I've got friends that have family over there in Guam.
I understand what you're saying, Shell. I really do, sweetie.
Yep.
I see Doom Chaser out there getting off on a little tangent.
What's he saying?
Anytime a group of hard workers targeted because they on the wrong side of a border is wrong to me. You ignore the human right over your privileged rights.
Well, see, good thing it's not privilege for us. It's called the U.S. Constitution.
Right. But
it is not privilege. It was hard fought for to get our rights as working U.S. citizens.
I am going to give that a bunch of credence for a second. Because if you read his previous comment, you'll see why I'm going to give it a lot of credence here for a minute. Bush brother, how are you, buddy? Good to see you.
All right, what do you say?
Good, glad to have you. So if the Mexicans come over here, and they're going to work for $7 an hour, right? And they're thankful for that because they're getting 75 cents an hour in Mexico. All right. Most, and when I mean most, I mean a great percentage. I'll even go as far as saying anywhere from 75 to 80% of you think of an age range. Of working age range, okay? You're not waking up in the morning for $7 an hour. You're gonna roll over and go to bed. You're not even gonna wake. You're not even gonna open up one eye for $7 an hour.
You can't hardly put food on the table for $7 an hour anymore.
Okay, but my point is that they're working just as hard as we do and getting shit money. See, if you go back to see what he wrote.
Are you talking about these people here are working their ass off? Sure hurts my wages because they work cheaper, but
right.
I don't agree with the law because I worked with them. What
yes.
law? What law don't you agree with?
And Michelle says she lives 2 steps away from a military post with 2 Air Force bases. By the way, speaking of Air Force bases, my nephew just upped with the Air Force. It was a toss-up between the Air Force and the Navy, and he chose the Air Force. She says, Shell says she lives 2 steps away from a military post with 2 Air Force bases, Delta Force, and an elite trained bunch of Rangers. And the 82nd Airborne Division. Wow. So she's, it's her backyard, pretty much. The law is saying that, so Doom Chaser replied to your comment. He said the law is saying that they illegally when their family goes back before we even landed. Dude, you got me.
What the hell does that even mean?
I don't even know. Yeah, Doom Chaser, can you?
Oh, he's talking about when we kicked the Mexicans out of the U.S., when we became the U.S.?
I don't know. They were just in Texas anyways. It was like they were in the U.S. Texas don't count. They want their own country.
Here we go.
Sorry, Knife Tex.
Balls Mahoney says we're lazy. Mike,
what?
You're so damn lazy. How dare you work 2 or 3 jobs?
I know, right?
For your family.
Manny Rosenberg, nice to have you with us. Thanks for coming. Who here has heard of the Hillary Fish Arms conspiracy? Not I.
Hey, Dish, don't watch the chat.
Doom Chaser says their heritage is older than ours in Texas. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is, Doom Chaser.
Well, don't forget, Doom Chaser, that there were the people you're referring to fought alongside. You're making this into a racial thing. The people that fought for Texas independence were not just white guys from Europe. So learn your history. before you make some stupid ass comments. It's ridiculous.
All sorts says my great grand uncle, 4th of the New Mexico Regiment in the Civil War, and she's in Canada. Wow. The child is a U.S. citizen, and the mother is only one allowed to stay with the child. Everyone else that is not a citizen will be deported.
Absolutely correct.
Charlotte's the way it is. It's the law. I know it sucks. It sucks to split up a family. I get all that. This is why I'm saying it's imperative that they're here legally. Because when you come legally,
everything's okay. I know people here from foreign countries that have been here working on a working visa and a green card for 30-some years.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's
to get the citizenship, and then people want to skip in line and think it's because they're owed something when they're not.
All sorts. I would love to see that video. Please let me know if you ever do it.
Anchor babies. Wow, that's great.
Yeah, Michelle, I know they it's like they have them just to stay here or whatever. But at the same time, I'm a human being. You know, I don't want to see a family split up. I don't want to see a raft full of a few adults and 3 children, 4 children capsize out in the middle of the friggin' South Atlantic because they're trying to escape the island of Cuba because they suck. I mean, that's just I watched the thing on that one night. Damn, it was just too hard for me to watch. Mikey, make them a citizen and put their asses in the military. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that, Philly. Except, you know, obviously it's a volunteer type thing now. But it's like Doom Chaser said, there's a lot of people that come to this country and they'll work. Yeah, you're gonna have the ones that don't and ruin it for those that do. I was just saying to somebody at work today, okay, and Philly, who's still out in the thing, he can attest to this. We have a customer that I go to, and I was at another customer's that he used to work for one time, and then he wasn't there, and I asked the owner, and he said, "Yeah, I quit." Probably 2 weeks go by, and we get this new customer and everything or whatever, and I deliver it, and well, it's him. And so I ask him, I go, "Hey," I said, "you don't work for the guy down in Edmonton anymore?" He says, "No." He says, "It's a Portuguese guy." He says, "No." He says, "I make $11 an hour." He said, "I asked him for a $1 raise, and he laughed at me. So I quit." So this guy starts his own sign business in his living room in an apartment. This guy now has, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 employees that I know of, and is absolutely rolling in money, hand over fist. And I think it's great. You know, there's the do-gooders, and out there they'll say, well, that job can be for so and so. Well, so and so should have got that job before this guy did. There's no what do you call it? Line. There's no some seniority line. It's nothing to do with seniority. Good night, HRM.
Come on in, Cobra.
Where is the... I'm trying to read another thing. Well, the rich is getting richer and the 70% doing worse. The poor get blamed. Not so much the poor get blamed, Doom Chaser. It's everybody's type thing. I hope I never have to... Dish, how are you, sweetheart? Just says, I hope I never have to hold my breath while Mikey tells a story. I hope you don't either, sweetie, because you'll probably die. Shaker HP, how are you? Great to see you, buddy. Pray for Texas, absolutely, Shell. We spoke on Texas earlier. It's going to hit there nastily, and like I said, I hope Knife Tech stays safe. I hope Driver of all, and I hope all those guys down that what's his name there, Shell, the guy who used to come in on Jamie time. I call him Lenny Kravitz. He's from Texas, ain't he? I just hope everybody does well. Because that's gonna be a nasty storm. That's right, Jim Kravitz, Krevitz or something like that. Yep. But anywho, that's what I'm hoping. I don't know about you guys. Yes, I do get blamed. Welfare, always an issue. The poor illegals taking the jobs. And yes, they get blamed.
Welfare isn't the issue. It's people abusing welfare.
Abusing the exactly. People abusing the system. Yes.
I have no problem giving somebody a leg up. No problem at all.
And I've said this to my boss, and he's actually let it happen. He did today, you know. It was late, and so instead of cutting a piece of poly, I grabbed one out of the thing, and I don't know. It's I don't know, Stevie. Brian J says Demo Ranch be out shooting his 50 cal in a hurricane. Well, let's hope not.
That's a challenge.
HRM says we are feeling the inflation for sure. Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. Michelle says our elders can hardly afford to live after working 40+ years, and they are denied help. All sorts. Are you still here? Because I'm going to ask a question.
Cobra had all he could take.
I just try to be nice, though. I didn't read it. I'm not saying you weren't nice. I'm just saying I didn't read it. Okay, all sorts. You're up in Canada. I was up there probably early 90s, mid 90s, somewhere in there. And I witnessed, when you go to the grocery store with the elderly, I witnessed the workers just walking over on their own. And then this worker pushed the carriage and helped this woman grid her stuff. Is that all across Canada or just that particular store I was in? Because also, too, I've heard stories that Canada actually takes care of their elderly way better than the U.S. Not a bad comment, Doom Chaser. The problem Oh, Michelle, that's been a problem of mine for years. For years. There shouldn't be one starving, one homeless kid family in this country. Not one. And once that happens, then you can go and give money to everybody else.
Doom Chaser, then be a human first. Go hug everybody you want to.
There's nothing wrong with that, though, Stevie. I mean, it's
no, there isn't, not at all. But don't.
He's seen it. He's not seeing it the political way. He's seeing it in the human way, and that's all good.
No, I understand it completely. But don't expect other people to think exactly like you do.
Correct.
Because you don't think exactly like I do. So everybody's different. It ain't no big deal.
To reverse mortgage and become property, absolutely HRM, and then that friggin' those arms. Remember those arms HRM? People get in. All sorts. Well, we have Olaf age pension bit TBH. I cross-border shop. I find Americans much nicer. Example, the nice young guy in Target helping my annoying mother. Better customer service in the U.S. Really?
My annoying mother.
Think the MJP way and you will be fabulous. Michelle, I'm already fabulous, sweetheart. I cannot believe I can't really read this friggin' thing. And these glasses I'm close to. And what's great is, Doom Chaser, is that you do have a difference of opinion. Because let's think about this for half a second, okay? Think about how boring this world would be if we don't share the same opinion.
Right.
And also, too, if it wasn't a difference of opinion, none of us would be doing this because we'd still be in the English law, English rule. All right. And we'd be having a queen and the fucking money with her fucking face on it and all 9 yards. And we don't, because a bunch of people decided it was their opinion that it was wrong, that, you know, we were being run by a tyrannical government and being taxed unfairly. And they said, fuck you, we don't want to do it no more. So, thanks, Shell. Wipe the nicotine off your glasses, you'll see better. But yeah, that's a difference of opinion makes the world go around. And like I just said, it started this country. So PG, Michelle, are you seeing PG's comments? It says MJP won't say hi back to me. Hey, I said that before. Nicotine films Mikey's glasses. Yeah, you got that right, Doom Chaser.
Right.
You ready for this one? Doom Chaser, you ready for this one? Massachusetts used to do a tax-free weekend. Okay? You buy anything in the state of Massachusetts and you're not taxed for it. All right, also, thanks a lot for coming in. Much appreciated. Great to see you. So Massachusetts used to do this in August. They would do one weekend, no taxes. Okay? They haven't done it in 2 years.
Isn't there something about school?
The state won't allow it.
Isn't there something about school closed also? Or is that a different state?
I think that might be a different state. I'm not sure. I have to look into that.
There's one state up your way that when it comes, they have a a certain amount of time they can buy school clothes non-taxed.
Yeah, that's not here. I just think it's, again, I say this all the time. It's ironic the state of Massachusetts, excuse me, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. It's ironic that all our freedom started here and it stops here. I just find it ironic. No, it's not anything under $2,000. But anyway, hey, Stevie, you guys are running the show.
You guys, Cobra left.
Oh, that's right too. He always leaves on me, not to say nothing to me. The bastard.
Well, usually he goes pee and then we leave.
But that's where I'm gonna go. So do something. Read a chat when while I'm gone.
Have a fun.
But I have to go
Bummer.
for like 32 seconds. So give me a minute.
I have to go for 2 seconds, so give me a minute. If it weren't for me, you wouldn't have any subs. Ooh, that's cocky. Of course, that's Michelle. And that's why we love her. Okay, right stuff. I need to read. Yeah, if you don't tell us stories, there's too much quiet time, though. Matter of fact, this sounds kind of creepy just hearing me talk. Yeah, Doom Chaser, I think you chased him off. I think he was getting a little upset. But, you know, every turn of the corner, you got different people in this world. And Mike was right. It does make it interesting. Y'all tell I'm more comfortable typing than I am talking. Well, if it was good for you, Phil, it's probably the best thing you ever did if you weren't happy there. McCloskey, ask Dish. She's a Fisher person. Michelle, how are your critters doing?
Stevie, you're not talking.
I was just breathing.
Okay, well, don't breathe. Talk.
Where'd Dish go? McCloskey's looking for a good catfish bait, and I told him to ask Dish.
Oh, catfish bait. They'll eat anything.
Right? Some are better than others.
Yeah.
Because they'll follow the scent trail upstream.
For those, everybody's not new here. Syrian goes there. Oh wow, what's the name? Already left. Is Shalisa still here?
I think she bugged out too. I thought she was saying goodbye to HRM, but then she disappeared.
Don't forget, Shelly, you doing JT tomorrow night? I'll give you a little shout out. You guys are not familiar with it. Go with Jamie Time Bacon on Saturday nights, 10 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock, somewhere in that vicinity, Eastern Standard Time. She wants to have a fire. I was going to listen in. Oh, thanks, Preppin. Mike's Toys running everyone off. I know, that's why I've got like 26, 27 people, 25 people since I started this thing with just me and Stevie, and then I ended with just me and Stevie. But I'm still happy. You didn't warn me about anything, sweetie. I mean, you can warn me, but I don't know, I must be doing something right, sweetheart. Must be my good looks.
She didn't bug out.
There she is. Shalisa, if you're around tomorrow night, of course, Michelle's breaking my balls and I'm shouting out her chat. I don't ever hear her shout out my chat, but that's just saying. Just saying. Shalisa, if you're around tomorrow night, there's usually the Jamie Time Bacon chat. Yeah, okay. Thanks, Michelle. Funny. Ha 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 ha. Good night, Philly. Philly, I'll text you tomorrow. Yeah, so Shalisa tomorrow night, anywhere from 10 to 11 o'clock start time, to 10:30 to 11 o'clock start time, Eastern Standard Time. Jamie Time Bacon, really cool chat. So, I'm just surprised Dish is here with the trolls tonight.
Right.
Good to see you. Good to see you. So anyway, Stevie, fishing. I haven't picked up. I pay her with favors just to support you. See, and I don't pay anybody favors to support you, sweetie. I'll just always support you because I love you. How's Mom doing, Dish? I haven't picked up a fishing rod yet this year, Stevie, other than ice fishing.
Yeah, me either.
All right, Shalisa, that's cool. Thanks, sweetheart. And it's pissing me off, but hopefully next week I'll do a little bit of it.
That's true, Doom Chaser. Why do I keep wanting to say Doomday? It says fishing first, you need beer.
What do you do, my water? Michelle, you and Dish do any fishing? Or anybody for that matter? Anybody done any fishing this summer? Or Shaker H, thanks for coming in, brother. Much appreciated. Yeah, there you go, Dish. Dead minnows for catfish.
Bingo.
Fishing for hot guys. How'd you make out? Did you find one? You can't include me. He caught Syrian caught a 2-pound smallie.
Nice.
Hello.
Little football.
Yep.
I actually caught a smallie out of the lake I live on. One of the we had a like pro fishing guy here with a big fancy bass boat and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he used to go out and catch smallmouth in other lakes and then bring them here and let them go. But I caught an 18-incher. Shit, 10 years ago, 5 years ago.
Wow.
That's pretty good for up here.
Yeah. Walleye. I don't think I've ever caught a walleye. I don't think I have. No, I do have walleye here out in the Quagmire.
Dude, that is like the best tasting fish ever. Walleye and perch.
Well, Dish is gonna like this one. A friend of me and my wife's, her father's way up in the beautiful state of Maine, and he goes fishing. Hopefully, if her son will allow me to put it on my YouTube channel, I will. But obviously, I'm going to have to call her father first and ask. Anywho, he went fishing, and he was catching millions and millions of white perch. I guess up here they say that white perch is the best tasting fish, but I like hornpout, catfish, whatever you guys want to call it. We call it hornpout up here. But I can't remember. I don't think I've ever had walleye.
It's good. Real mild and firm. Nice.
So is it like a cod?
Yeah, it's in that ballpark, but I think it tastes a little better than cod, a little bit more flavor than cod, but not real fishy like salmon or something.
Okay. I take I bother no one. Good girl. Good girl, Michelle. Yeah, so hopefully I can do that. You midnight catfishing, yeah, that's the only time I go catfishing that night.
That's a ball.
Oh, it's like perch G-trapper? Cool.
Yep. Same family, actually.
Oh, is it?
Actually, I think a walleye is a perch.
Really?
Yep.
So we have yellow perch and white perch here.
Instead of the other way around.
Really? You caught a 25-inch smallie on the Muskegon River. That's awesome. Tish, is that the river that that John the M.I. Woodsman and Daryl and all them take their canoe trips on?
They did one trip, all those guys on the Manistee this year.
Oh, really?
But there's another river they go on more often.
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, yeah, on the M.I. Woodsman's channel. Okay. That's cool. I know, right? G-trap, a 25-inch smallie. Holy shite. I got a guy at work that he says if you eat bass, you're a jerk.
Nah.
Well, let me tell you. I says I fish the same way I hunt. I'm gonna eat what I shoot, and I'm gonna eat what gets on my hook, if I so choose. That is, you know.
As long as it's within the law and totally legal.
Yep.
That's your disclaimer.
Bridge pylon fishing at night with a boat, friends, and beer. Sounds like a great time, HRM. My sister-in-law and my brother and their oldest son, about 5 years ago, they hadn't my brother hasn't hornpouted in years. Catfish guys, same thing. Okay, so I say hornpout because I'm used to it. And when we were kids growing up, we used to use a bamboo pole my grandfather had. He had like 6 of them, and they were awesome. Anywho, so he's got like 2 of those in their hornpouting. Okay. my sister-in-law is fishing with a regular rod and says, "Oh, I think I got one." And my brother says, "No, you got the bottom." He's out. Let me see it. So then her son goes down to see if he can help her unsnag it. My brother takes the rod, reels it, and then my nephew says, "That's a fish." Comes up with a 7.5 pound largemouth.
Holy smokes.
Doesn't even look like a basketball. So they mounted it. It's on their wall now. Oh, Dish, you get around, huh? You used to live in Washington?
Back in the good old days when they used to stuff our long legs in the back seat of the old little car.
Right? Washington. Isn't that where, what's his name's from? Or lives now? I figured his name. Shit. You think I remember it? Oh, I hate when I can't remember people's names. Yeah. So, anyways, she was absolutely flabbergasted. And my brother's like, "Figures we're 1 pound, and we come out with a friggin' 7.5 pound fucking largemouth." It was absolutely huge, huge. Michelle says being stuffed in that car had its perks. Hmm. Wow, what the hell is his name? Michelle, who's the guy who used to come in your chat all the time? And the husband and wife team. You guys used to call him something, I forget. Anyways, I thought they lived out in Washington. Right on, Syrian. If it got, let me see. I think the state record's 10 pounds. But still, that's, yeah, I think the New Hampshire state record's 10.
That's
Yeah,
big.
thank you, Dish.
You talking largemouth bass?
Yeah.
That's huge for a northern bass.
Yeah, I think it's 10. I think the state record is 10 pounds. I believe it is. Yeah, Doom Chaser, you're right. They got a little smog problem out there in California. Another reason why I don't want to visit and or live there.
Greg?
Yeah, Greg is the one I was trying to think of, who lives in Washington. He's the only one from YouTube I know that lives in Washington. Oh, no, wait. I think Bruce lives in Washington. Yeah, I think Bruce lives in Washington, too. Anyways. Yeah, so, Stevie, I have to do some fishing. I was talking with Working Class Wisdom Monday as I was sitting in there waiting to be picked up.
Yeah, I thought you had a trip planned with him.
I know. We can't seem to. The lake in his town says do not eat fish. Yeah, Brian, we got.
That's a bummer.
All up here in the Northeast, we have, especially New Hampshire and Maine, because of the paper mills, the mercury coming out of the stacks polluted a bunch of lakes. You can eat them, but only, you can eat the fish that you catch, but only a certain amount. They have it down to X amount of ounces of fish per month. And they also say a woman that is pregnant or may become pregnant shouldn't eat it. So I don't really feed my kids that fish. I just feed them the fish like when working class woodsman and I would go on it. I went by myself too, a couple of times, but when we do the trout, like for brookies and stuff, that for whatever, I don't know why, maybe because it's a lake and the lake doesn't, the water doesn't move obviously as quickly as it does in the stream. But a bunch of the streams they say is totally fine. You can feed the fish to children. There's no limit on how many you should eat in a month and all that bullshit. You know,
As long as Dow isn't dumping into it. Just
right.
saying. Good thing about at least our bodies get rid of mercury if we don't overindulge with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whereas lead, you just keep storing up.
Yeah, Dish, unless, I mean, what's his name said it tasted like, G-Trapper said it tastes like perch, so I've obviously had perch.
Yellow perch.
Yellow perch. Oh, I've had white perch too, but yeah, it's a shame that a lot of the lakes and ponds are getting polluted.
I think paper mills are one of the worst polluters out there.
Mm-hmm.
We had one in a couple of towns over that, you know, everybody thought it was charming having the old paper mill running, and then they found out they're dumping all their toxic waste into the creek that ran beside the paper mill.
There you go.
See ya.
Yeah. When you're walking by a creek, or walking over a creek, or fishing in a creek, and your eyes are watering, and your skin starts turning red in different colors, yeah, it's time to go.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, so hopefully this upcoming weekend, not tomorrow or Sunday, but the weekend after Labor Day weekend, I get some fish. I'm going up north, so I'll get some fishing in. Dish, if I have time. Dish, you weren't here with us last week, I don't think. We were talking about making bannock and stuff. And we're also talking about how, you know, people edit their videos so you don't allow people to see the mistakes. So I brought up your conversation with me that we had a couple of years ago when I made the bannock, and I told you that I wouldn't put the video out there because I fucked it all up and everything else. And you said, "Oh, Mike, you should have." So it shows people that it's not right. Everything doesn't come out fine all the time out in the woods.
Yep. And Dish would have had a lot of fodder to make fun of you too.
If I have time next weekend, Dish, I will do my best to try to make some, no matter what happens. So we'll see. All right. No promises, but I'll do my best. Who the hell told me to put cinnamon something? You better put something in there, Mike. It's bland.
Right.
Yeah, I thought of you because that conversation we had, and who was I talking with? Stump on this chat last week or the week before, one or the other. And yeah, we were talking about people, in their videos to make them look like they're friggin', heroes. I've never tried bannock either, Brian J. But we'll see.
Simple biscuit dough.
Yeah. Because there are people that edit their videos to, make them look, it's really good with honey. Honey's too, like, Sweet for me.
True
Right
that.
on, Dish. Right on, Dish. Any cooked over fire is good.
Yep. Hell,
Eat
sometimes.
carbs, you know, has a whole playlist on that. Okay, thank you, Preppin. Eat carbs. For those who want to look up, because I'm going to do it tomorrow. Eat carbs is a whole thing listed just for Bannock, so we shall see. Cold weather, the stripers are running. The water's getting colder. We had a shark attack here in Massachusetts.
Wow.
Great white.
Really?
Okay, so here's what I don't get. All right, everybody and their mother watches Shark Week, right? Even if you didn't, you're an adult. You know that sharks feed on seals. Okay. You put your kid in the water anywhere remotely close to the seals and all that, you're just a dummy.
Yeah.
So I guess some guy was out standing on his wind surfboard, I don't know, whatever. New fad, I guess. Anywho, he's in 3 foot of water. 3 foot of water. And he says that shark come out of that water like a friggin' torpedo. Bit into the board, cut his leg a little bit. He's gonna live.
Wow. Yeah, I
that's
think
something.
the last time I ever went in the water, salt water.
What's that say? Exit. Sharks Week. No, they're pretty. But my point is my greater point is that if you know what a shark eats, and you know you put food down in the dog's kitchen table, you know the dog's bowl by the kitchen table, and somebody goes near that animal while it's eating, I get pissed off. You know. I gotta figure out how. That I don't know, Dish. Huh. I'm saving. Wait, what's it say? Oh, Jesus Christ. I wish I could read.
As I am waving my hand over my head right now.
Right. But yeah, so as soon as it gets cold, I know the stripe is running and all that, but then we'll kick into hunting season. Because to be honest with you, I really don't want to be out in a boat fishing in the cold weather. Not cold, but you know what I'm saying.
Right.
I just don't. Yeah, you pull out carp too, Chess. I know a lot of people that do that eat carp. Mike, can you read this? Yes.
Test.
But not so, like I gotta squint like this just to.
You kind of look
That's
like
why I wear these. That's why I wear these. It's much better. Anyway, yeah. Steve, while I was gone, you didn't wear like sunglasses or nothing, right?
Although, you know, I do have a pair handy. Just saying.
Mike, don't get it. How do you not get a joke? Oh wait, That's me when he tells one. Ooh, 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 ooh. You come in my chat just to make my balls? That's why I shouted you chat out twice. Okay, little young lady. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to insult you. What's your favorite fish to catch? Not so much. Mike, don't get it. What are we doing here? You have no balls. Why don't I have balls? Anywho, maybe not for eating, Stevie. What's your favorite fish to catch?
I think it's a mix between a good sized pike.
Yep.
And those beautiful little trout. It's kind of a draw because, oh man, them trout, they just never stop fighting.
No.
And pike are pretty much the same way.
My favorite fish, believe it or not, is either a largemouth bass or a bluegill.
Oh, I forgot. I didn't even think bluegill. Damn it.
I love how they fight. Because I didn't say yes to a certain individual. He knows who I'm talking about. Hang on, shall me read that if I can. Fish to catch. As Mikey sits there dreaming of the day he catches his first one. Oh, Jesus Christ! You talk about something that's not funny, Michelle. I probably caught more fish in one setting than you have in your life. You should use all the worms you have. It's all right, G Trapper. She deserves it. She started it all. Yeah, and you're right, Doom Church. Trout is good. Trout's really good. What else? I haven't deep sea fished in a while.
I've never done that. I fished in the ocean, but never, deep sea fishing out the boat.
Yeah, oh yeah. But mine's just a small boat, so he only goes 15, 14 miles offshore. He doesn't go too far. Which is fine, obviously. What did that say? Can't see.
I'll tell you another. If you can get in a good running stream and catch carp,
Yeah.
I swear to God, pound for pound, man, them fish just are strong. They are a ball.
Tell me about it. And a cute guy.
I thought that was our state fish.
All right.
Beg pardon for a second.
Well, what is your state fish?
I know it's a trout.
Really, a trout?
Brook trout.
Yeah, they're tasty.
It's also our state fish. So there's a clue of somebody's state who just said that. Oh, funny. Brook trout is my state fish too.
Cool. Damn pike, I love sparing them bastards. All they do is, game fish. Yeah, good point. G-Travel.
Yeah, if they're overpopulated. Night Doomsday. Damn it.
Okay,
Night Chaser. Thought so, McCloskey. I just didn't want to say it out loud. Because it's all a mystery. Mike, you can't go snooze and leave me here by myself.
I'm not. My eyes are crossing, trying to figure out what the hell.
Well, it's probably trying to call it then if you can't read the comments.
He's saying it on Facebook. It said I'm on Facebook. Okay. Yeah, G-Trap. Well, I don't have a lot of pike. I have its relative to call the chain pickerel. Don't get anywhere near as big as the pike that I watch on YouTube. Well, it's almost 1 to see. We'll go at 1 o'clock. What's so funny?
McCloskey, Steve just got exposed.
Exposed? For what?
Something about the state and the state fish.
Oh.
I'm sure other states have the same state fish. Not.
And he posted to Facebook. I hope something nice.
Man, you got some hard water where you live.
Not water. Just says she knows where Stevie lives. I know where he lives too.
In a house.
Just you referring to me? And just asked a question out in the comment section.
Oh boy.
G-Trapper said he speared a 22-pound, 44.5-inch long. That's a huge fish. That's the type of fish that'll ruin your day.
Yeah, ruin your day. Hell, it ruined your whole season because you couldn't ever top it.
Yep. That is weird. That definitely is weird. Josh, what are you saying?
Oh, you didn't.
Well, you know what I did. You know what I did.
All right, the dog would get it.
I don't have one.
Oh, shit. The kids eat it in the morning when they're watching cartoons. The kids do that anymore?
Yeah or no. It just says, I touched Stevie's bullet machine.
Yeah, she did.
So many things to say.
And it's been itchy ever since. Oh,
Yeah, that'll be nice. Oh, look, I still got some in the cup, Stevie.
oh, you lucked out. And some dust bunnies.
Nope. It was in a cup, no dust bunnies. Yeah, Northern Pike.
A buddy of mine's dad speared, I think, a 40-something inch
Ooh.
pike and had it mounted.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that thing looked like a damn barracuda or something. It was huge.
Yeah, they're going big up you guys' way.
Not usually not that was a pretty rare fish around my parts. We get, 30 inchers, stuff like that. But man, that thing was gigantic.
Yeah, that's a big fish, Stevie.
Right? Now you're making me hungry.
I'm starving. I wouldn't mind, but I ate when I got home.
I can't believe you're eating cereal with orange juice or orange drink of some sort.
Yeah, vitamin zero, see?
Oh, okay. Well, that doesn't have too much flavor, so.
That's all right. It's better than drinking all the Mountain Dew I've been doing.
True.
When I went scouting, I'm going through the woods, and it's a little bit of a hill, nothing special. Boy, did I feel it when I got home.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep. My calves were burning.
Well, that just means you need to do it more often.
Yeah. Probably.
Or, just be like me.
Lay off all the...
Stay in the chair next time.
Yeah. All right, you guys. It's pretty close to 1. Stevie and I are going to get out of here. We'll see you all next week. Like I said, if you're on tomorrow night, somewhere in the vicinity of 10:30, 11 o'clock. Usually it's 10:30, 10:35. Eastern Standard Time, that is. Check out Jamie Time Bacon tomorrow night. All right. Stevie, thanks for coming. Much appreciated.
My pleasure, buddy. Thanks for having me.
I don't know where everybody else was tonight, but you know what? That's okay too.
Well, it's nice and cool. They're probably all out by a campfire.
Right? Night all. Thanks, Mikey. Oh, you're welcome, buddy. All right. So we'll see you all here next week. If not, we'll see you. I believe Michelle's doing Jamie Time tomorrow night. Steven said, "Oh man, already? Okay, night. I gotta, brother. I gotta do it. All right. Shalisa, good night. Thanks for coming.
Bye, Shalisa.
Much appreciated, Salisha. We'll see you guys all next time. Enjoy.